Let me show you all the biggest, most viral fight of 2010. 2010 was the year of Bieber fever. Justin and Selena Gomez were dating. Kobe won his fifth and final ring, and Brock Lesnar was fighting Shane Carwin, the scariest guy in the division, who just dog-walked Frank Mir, and his average fight time was 4 minutes and 55 seconds leading up to that fight, whereas Brock, he last competed against Frank Mir as well at UFC 100 almost a year prior, and was battling diverticulitis. This fight between these two albino gorillas was so big, no pun intended, that the glove size was the biggest gloves the UFC has ever produced in UFC history. Brock Lesnar, if you didn't know, had a 4X size glove. Shane Carwin had a 5X size glove. I mean, this was like Thanos and Hulk fighting. This was like two albino gorillas fighting for a piece of vegetable. This was literally like the two grandpas fighting over Aunt Sally in the barbecue. This was truly insane to see. Plus, Shane Carwin was from my home state of Colorado, so a part of me was rooting for him, and a part of me was rooting for Brock too, because I like how many eyeballs and traction Brock brought to the sport. Nonetheless, I just wanted to see a good fight. And just to give you guys better context on the glove size, this is an XL, just one XL glove. Can you imagine a 4 or 5XL glove? Get out of here. That's absolutely insane. I mean, all the celebrities in attendance you've heard of. Sam Worthington of Avatar, the highest grossing film of all time. David Cook of American Idol. Heisman Trophy winner Sam Bradford, the #1 overall draft pick. Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid. Gene Simmons of Kiss. Holly Madison of Peep So. And then you had Zab Judah. Then you had James Toney. Then, don't forget about the WWE stars that showed their support for Brock. The Rock, Bill Goldberg, and of course Stone Cold Steve Austin himself. And then the fight happened, and it was probably the most dramatic 1.5 rounds I've ever seen. Shane caught Brock with a giant uppercut that put Brock in so much trouble. He was on him like white on rice. He put all the power that Thanos had in that gauntlet to finish this fight.
Carwin's got Lesnar on the run. Shane Carwin trying to finish. Shane Carwin! Unbelievable!
Shane Carwin was in his bag. He was reaching for the fries at the bottom. Brock Lesnar was in trouble like a 2-year-old that stole something from the store. Shane Carwin was trying everything in his power to the point where he punched himself out in that first round. Then round 2 came. And for everyone that says the fight's going to be the same in round 1, then in round 2, well, look no further than this fight, because Brock took Shane down and submitted him with a pitch perfect arm triangle choke.
It is all over! It is all over! Wow! Brock Lesnar is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world!
And yeah, this is something that's not talked about. Brock came into the UFC and beat 5 of the top 10 heavyweights at the time with no MMA experience. Dude's a beast. Like I said, he's an albino shaved gorilla. Another person said something very spot on by saying, back in an era when heavyweight champs were still accepting fights. And if you don't believe me, just look at the numbers, especially on Tapology. This fight did 1.6 million pay-per-view buys. If you haven't watched this fight, I highly recommend going and checking it out. It is one of the best fights of 2010, and probably in the 32-year history of the promotion is probably one of the 30 best fights in UFC history. So definitely take a look at it. Props to Shane Carwin, a man from Colorado, making it. He did what 0.1% of people would ever do in their UFC career. Not only win an interim UFC heavyweight championship, but also fighting for an undisputed heavyweight championship. And give props to Brock for having little to no MMA experience and taking on the toughest fighters of that era. That's something Jon Jones could never do.